Everyone's on a part of Disney's Extreme Skate Adventure on GBA. We're doing the Toy Story levels now, beginning with Andy's Room, which is the most popular of all levels ever in this game, both on GameCube, PS2, and this. Red is just regular goals, blue lets us progress through the game. So if you want to put this in any percent, just do every blue fucking arrow goal and that's it. Nothing else matters. If you want to 100% the game, you have to do every single thing. So that also means doing the bonus goals, which are the score goals, and getting the letters, and getting whatever special item there is, like a golden fucking thing that I've got the name of. And yeah, this was after the fact, so I kind of know what to do here. By the way, if you get over if you have about 5,000 points, that counts as 1 star. There you go. So in case you're wondering, in order to actually, you know, understand the point thing, you have to understand that the maximum the small star counter has is 5,000. So let's say that's 5,000 points, okay? Every big star, every time we get 1 star, one of the big stars there, that's 5,000 points. The maximum number, you'll be surprised by. I won't spoil it for now, but just take a note on the fact that the small maximum is 5,000, and there is another limit, another maximum to the big stars. Anyway, everything is pretty much generic and easy, you know, collect some shit, do a thing, you know. There's no point 1, by the way. You don't have to actually get a certain amount of points for one of these, except for the special goal, where you have to get a certain score. These are really easy though, so they're really not unique, and also they are also all the same. Every special goal is about the same requirements. So, yeah. Nothing difficult with this shit. Nothing new or interesting or good. I think that's the main thing. None of these are really good. And also, these black borders here, these obvious fucking borders, yeah, we can't progress in these until we actually complete a blue zone goal. And then we actually, you know, get our special air trick or whatever for completing all goals. So in case you're wondering, in order to actually get the special tricks and such, you do indeed have to do all goals. Which would make these very easy. Because if you know how to handle the special tricks, it's a fucking joke. For the most part, you don't need them in Toy Story though. But, if you want to get through this fast, you can do what I'm doing here, except for that fail there. Which is, basically, you have to do a whole bunch of flips, then reverb, manual, and then on the next ramp, do more flips. And keep doing that till you get the red glow effect. Eventually, you will be able to manage doing a lot of scoring. It makes this a fucking joke, and it's funny. And they're very forgiving on how you land stuff like the hold on. It's pretty silly, pretty exploitive as well. And yeah, some of these are gonna be like literally the same goals. Collect shit, do a certain amount of tricks, do certain tricks of a certain amount, do a thing, like one thing. That's about it. For the most part, it's either do a certain amount of tricks, collect this many of this shit, or do one thing. That is, no joke, every goal in this game. Every single one of these goals is just 3 types for the most part. There are variations to it, yes. Doesn't change it really. It's pretty much the same crap. It doesn't matter if they make you have to do a certain, like, amount of grab tricks instead of flip tricks and shit. It doesn't matter. Because it's all the same. You do the same grab trick like fucking 5 times, which is what, you know, they want 5 different grab tricks. You do the same one 5 times, it counts. It's that bad. And yeah, the only difficulty in this game is how much time they give you to find the shit. Because remember, you are dealing with this fucking camera again. And this camera sucks. This is a horrible fucking camera. So in knowing that, it's pretty mean, and also it's very glitchy this game, you might notice that one there. But yeah, it's very mean, very not fun to deal with this shit. And you gotta deal with it. You gotta deal with this. But that's about the only thing that's actually, I guess, fun about this game. But there is challenge because of the timer. You don't have that much time to fuck around on. You really do have to go and find this shit. And if you don't know where they are, for the most part, in some goals, they are just gonna outright fuck you if you don't know their location. Which you can't really know very well because, remember, you're dealing with this camera angle here, which makes it hard to actually find any collectible. It's pretty bad, honestly. But yeah, there's also stat points. You get them by collecting them. That's about it. And they're all very basic stat points. You got your balance, you got your speed, you got your air. That is it. Also, it's for the golden check. Yeah, that's it. It's speed, balance, and fucking air. Like, that's it. Basically, how fast you go, how high you jump, and how good you can balance. Which, I just want to say this right now. Air and speed, you definitely need. Balance, you don't. Unlike the GBA game that we've dealt with before, or Fug and such, balancing a grind or a manual whatever in this game, incredibly easy. The only bad part is that they really push to one side, and you do have to keep a balance going there. But even then, it is so easy to keep a balance going, it's a fucking joke. There is no challenge to it. And honestly, you could just keep abusing what I told you. There's a lot of ways to abuse shit in this game. So balancing is of no problem. There are no problems with balancing. You don't have to worry about that at all. So the balance skill is pretty much useless in this game. But air and speed, you need. You need it. If you want to get some of this shit, if you want to make it through some of these goals, you're gonna fucking need the speed and air stats. Like, there is no debate on this. You will need them. If you don't get them, you're kinda screwed. By the way, if we continue the story, we find out that we are now in Pizza Palace. Pizza Planet. And the bad news about this is that we are literally dealing with a new location, a new level, with new goals and such. The way I decided to order this was to go through the new levels as a different character. So when we go back to Annie's, I'll be Woody again. But if I go here, then I'm basically going to be Jessie. Now, you might be wondering why I'm not Buzz Lightyear, which would be an obvious next choice for this area. There's a reason for that. I have visited Bubsy. In fact, what you're actually seeing here is me redoing all these goals again. I recorded this beforehand, but I got rid of it as soon as I noticed how this game was actually going to work. Every other recording after Toy Story is my first time. There will be some edits because I do fail a good bit due to the fact that the collectathon thing gets really hard because of how bad it is, and also because just the timer is very short. It's not nice to you in this game. That's the only challenge of this game, which actually, in a way, would make this harder than the PS2 game. When you think about it, this would make it harder. Except it's not really, because it's still very basic, more basic than the fucking PS2 and GameCube games, which is surprising. The only difficult part about this game is the timer. If you're dealing with certain collectathons, though, in this game, they give you a lot of time, but other ones, they don't give you much. They give you just about enough at times for you to actually look everything. That's not a fucking... That's not me exaggerating this. There will literally be goals where they make you have to find collectibles, and you have just enough time to get them. All of them. They don't give you much. That's kind of a problem with this game. This is for kids, by the way. But again, this is for kids, and they give you this fucked up control scheme, which is nothing, almost nothing, like actual Tony Hawk GBA games. So if they went into any other fucking GBA skateboarding game, they'd be absolutely fucked at that point. Because this game would have lied to them in many ways. And unfortunately, you know, it does the same thing here. By the way, there is a balance here in case you really want that. The balance skill is an easy one to find and get. Air and speed would usually require you to get a bit far in the actual goals. But, this is the best part. Every single one of these skill points, you can actually get them. All of them. On your final run. Because all the stats are in the map, regardless of what run you're in. So if you can somehow glitch through the barriers, these fucking yellow line black barriers, if you can somehow get past them, you can get the stat points in those areas. Unlike the first run, where you can't get them at all. You can do that. That is the best part about this, and it's so dumb. It's so fucking dumb. But I'm being honest with you, what I'm saying right now, that at best, getting through all of Toy Story in this game will take you about an hour. Not a joke. It will take you at least 1 hour if you don't suck. The reason I say this is simply because going through it normally, all goals completed, and everything as one skater, only one, will take you about 30 minutes, as you'll see right here. And you're seeing me do it with all the other skaters, okay? So let's say this is about an hour and a half. That means that each skater is 30 minutes, and the thing is, you don't get any skaters for beating the movie. You'll find that out very soon when you actually complete it. But these are the only skaters you get. You get Jesse, you get Woody, and you get Buzz. Right here, that's it. And this is the only time you get 3 characters. Every other fucking movie, Lion King and Tarzan, you only get 2 skaters. So you will spend most of your time in any of these in Toy Story if you're going for pure 100% like I am. So, why am I not showing you each skater individually? Like, why am I not showing you all runs and shit done with each skater? Like, every run done with just Woody. Why am I splicing it with other skaters? Because outside of some dialogue, because if you're playing as Buzz, Woody is there, and if you're playing as Woody, Buzz is there. Outside of that, every single goal is the same. And the only dialogue change is, again, Buzz or Woody. Or Simba and Nala. You know, that kind of fucking bullshit. Or Tarzan and Turk. And yeah, that's literally it. In case you're wondering, Jesse does not actually appear as someone you talk to for goals. And the best part is that this game will show you people that you can go talk to for goals that are actual playable skaters in the PS2 and GameCube game. You can't play as them in this game. So, let's say, for instance, you want to play as Timon and Pumbaa in this game for the Lion King portion. You can talk them separately. Timon and Pumbaa are separate and have their own goals, which are usually the same, but they swap it out at times. But you can't play as them. You can only play as Simba or Nala, that's it. I had to find it out myself, and that's pretty fucking bad. That actually makes this worse than the PS2 GameCube game, because you have less skaters. Bug on GBA rewarded you with more skaters for certain goals. Why couldn't this game? I know this game came before Bug, but still. Why couldn't this one do the same thing? So I'm pretty sure that Pro Skater 4 on GBA did something similar. I just don't get it. I just don't fucking get it. Why could they not reward you correctly in this game? I mean, oh, by the way, these link bullshit things, yeah, all they are is giving you extra moves. So with the manual one, you can now flatland. With the grind one, you can now do grind transitions. But they call it links. Not sure why. I guess because kids won't understand the terminology of flatland and grind transition and lip transition, which will be our next link and our final one too. I don't know. All I do know is that every run is supposed to be harder, and it is, but not by much. Again, the only hard part is still the timer, and that is hard no matter what, because it's always usually the same. The points, like the extreme score we have here, they're easy when you know how to manipulate the score thing, which is incredibly fucking easy in this game, since all you need to do is use the special tricks you got, and just keep spamming select the kickflip here, like Woody. It's a joke, really. You can even go ahead and, if you want, exploit the manual if you want, but the manual takes a long time. Hold on does not. So, do the air tricks. Manual is nice, it will help you if you're doing grinds and such alongside this, but otherwise it's not needed. Anyway, 7 tricks, easy. Done. I could have this manual at the end, but I wanted to be quicker than that, so there you go. pretty big fucking joke, isn't it? And again, this is to teach kids how to be good at Pro Skater. This is supposed to be an entryway game. This is supposed to be an entryway game for the GBA games. Because why would they fucking make a GBA version of the Disney game if they didn't know that they would also have to do the GBA games, because Tony Hawk also has GBA games. And you already know what engine they're reusing with this fucking game. It's so obvious considering Bug also reuses it. Yeah, this is literally it. I mean, at this point, collectathon thing does get extremely fucking hard because the timer, again, you don't get that much. So if you don't know where all this shit is, the batteries and such, which you won't your first time, you will fail this your first time, that timer is gonna screw you because you do not have that much time to find all this shit. You have to know where they are and how to get them, or else you're fucked. Because the game at this point is not going to give you enough time to handle this shit. And again, it's supposed to be an entryway game. This is not how the difficulty of the Tony Hawk GBA games work. I mean, the difficulty of those games are for a different reason. But it's not this case. It's not like this. It's difficult because of the fact you have to do certain things that are hard to do. It's not because you have to go looking around for shit and you can't find it because the game gives you fuck all a timer to actually manage on finding the shit alone. To be fair, though, the Fug GBA game does do that somewhat, but even then, it's only like for like the one items you have to find. This game gives you up to 16 to like maybe 20 items to find. It gives you a lot of items to go look around and find, and it gives you fuck all the time to actually find them. That's not what the Tony Hawk games really do in the GBA games. I also got the jack. Hooray, I got the jack. Have fun with that reference. And I got the air skill as well, if I can get that. But yeah, there's also goals we have to come back after getting that item. That is a goal. You saw it in Fug GBA. That is that we have to get a certain item and then bring it back. But again, it's only one item, not 16. So it's still mean. It's still pretty mean. And to be honest, this would actually be harder than Fug GBA. If not for some of the goals that you have to fucking do in the game that are much, much worse than this. And yeah, this one I do fail at because I'm going around looking for these because I actually did forget some of these locations. And watch how this game just outright gives me the middle finger on that. I failed twice, and I'm looking around for these items with this shitty camera. Watch how much time this game actually gives me to actually handle. Look, it's all at 10 seconds. Let's pretend this is my first time actually finding this shit, okay? Yeah. Now, luckily you don't lose your speed if you do manuals, but the problem is, you have to go find the rest of the items in a combo. If I'm a little stupid kid that has no experience in the Tony Hawk games at all, and this is my first time playing a turn-out game, I'm learning the ropes in this game alone. How the fuck would this help? Just saying, how would this help you? Giving you fuck all the timer, and you're supposed to get any kind of fun or learn anything about the turn-out games from this. I just want an answer on how this is fun. Just a simple answer. Because that block there is actually not going to be got by just jumping across from a ramp. You have to actually jump across to the right for that one. And we got all the specials, by the way. Which, by the way, there are only 3 specials. And they're all the same. Granted, the PS2 and GameCube games did a similar thing. But you know what? There were more tricks in that game than there are in this one. There were more flip tricks, for instance. Yeah, I'm not giving this game the time of day. This is a worse version of the Disney game. This is the worst version of the PS2 version or the GameCube version in every way, sense, or form. Should not be possible. Ends up being possible. And yeah, you can't even see some of the grinds you can actually do, or where some of the ramps are. So, that's fun. And you can also bail for, like, no reason at all. It's a really good game. You can avoid bailing on some tricks with the hold on, even if you don't actually do it fully. And you can bail by simply landing a little bit too off. Even though you're not off by a fucking margin that's good enough. Or for doing a grab, a normal grab. Or for going into a manual and then trying to do a grind while in said manual instead of jumping up and doing the grind. Because the game can bail you just like that for that as well. There's a lot of nonsense with this game. A lot of nonsense that makes no fucking sense on how exactly you actually get a bail in this game. Especially since, usually, in a turn-out game, when you bail, you have to wait for an animation to play because you fell off your board. That's a bail. And it does happen in this game too, but for the most part, your bails are going to involve you just simply skating along, maybe a sound effect plays, but that's about it. That's your only consequence for bailing. You lose the combo, but your skate is fine. You can just do the combo immediately again. That's nonsense. That's just fucking stupid. I just don't get some of the decisions of this fucking version of the game. I can understand some decisions with the PS2 GameCube version, not this version. Especially since there are no gaps in this game. There were gaps in the PS2 GameCube game, even though again all of them would give you nothing but a fucking message, which is shit. But, you know, gaps existed. There are no gaps in this version of the game. I'm pretty sure that the GBA games or Pro Skater games did have gap checklists. So, and the gaps do help, because they give you extra score, too. So I don't know why they would just not add it in this game. I don't know. Oh, and this race shit here. Hope you enjoy the races that you're doing here, because it's a unique goal. And they only do it in this map. Yeah. There are no other racing goals in this entire game except for Pizza Planet. Every other goal is collect a fun, or do certain tricks, or jump a certain, thing. Like do a certain thing. Yeah. Toy Story has the only actually unique goal type, and they only use it in this level, in this map. Also, I forgot where the last crystal is. I later remember that it's actually right here on my left. But I actually forgot about it, and look at how well it blends in with the green there. I think a kid would also not see that. And again, this game was made for kids. It was made to teach kids about the series, Tony Hawk games, and how to get good at them. And they pulled this shit on you. I think a kid would have more experience and more fun actually playing the Tony Hawk games than they would playing this. Okay? This is a bad fucking game. Anyone who tells this is not a bad fucking game, I want you to give me a reason as to why. Okay? Because you've already seen my Let's Play of the PS2 game, and now you're seeing my Let's Play of the GBA game, and on both, already I hate both of them and consider them bad skating games. And I still consider the system of skateboarding to be more faithful and more better than Disney Extreme Skate Adventure in all senses. So, give me the lowdown right now. How is this good? Anyway, we got a boss fight now. I mean, yeah, there were boss fights in the actual Disney game, but they were like a one-off goal thing, and you could skate around that level as well. There were goals for that level. Not in this game. In this game, the boss fight is the only goal for the certain level that you would usually skate around in the PS2 GameCube version. Yes. All you do here in Zurg's lair is you just fight Zurg. You don't find skate letters. You don't get a certain score. There is no real level in this one. And also getting up here and grinding this thing is actually kind of tough because a lot of the spine transfer the bank out shit doesn't really work well. And grinding on this is also weird. It's just a weird design of a level altogether. And not only that, but this is easier than the PS2 game when it comes to this shit. These ramps are the worst part. I mean, yeah, his balls suck. When he shoots at you, it sucks. But when you get stuck in this ramp because you missed the grind, even though you have no idea how the fuck you missed it because the perspective is so weird in this game, like, it's still pretty bad. It's still pretty bad. And yeah, that's it. I beat him. He melts. I win. That's Toy Story. And just like that, I have done everybody. They're all the same. Nothing changes. So that is it for Toy Story. Next time on Disney Extreme Skate Adventure, we'll be going through and we'll be doing Lion King. It'll be no different to this, except now we have only 2 skaters. So it will be even easier and shorter for me to pull off. Great! I will see you then, guys. Thanks for watching.